From the moment Ellsworth Raymond Johnson was born in 1905 in Charleston, South Carolina, his life seemed destined for trouble. His nickname Bumpy came from a visible bump on his head, something small that would later become a name feared across Harlem. His childhood was not glamorous. It was shaped by poverty, racism, and violence. When Bumpy was still young, his brother was accused of killing a white man. In the American South of that time, this meant certain death. To save him, Bumpy's family sent him north to New York. That decision changed American underworld history forever. Harlem in the 1920s was alive. Jazz filled the streets, dreams were loud, and crime was everywhere. For a young black man with anger, intelligence, and ambition, Harlem offered both opportunity and danger. Bumpy was different from other street kids. He read books, quoted Shakespeare, and wrote poetry, but he also learned very quickly how power worked on the streets. Respect was not given. It was taken. At first, Bumpy worked as a low-level enforcer. He learned how to intimidate, how to collect money, and how to survive. Harlem was controlled by gangs, but above them all stood a woman, Stephanie St. Clair, known as Madam Queen. She ran the numbers racket and ruled Harlem with an iron grip. Bumpy Johnson became her right hand. She taught him strategy, patience, and how to think beyond fists and guns. Under her guidance, Bumpy evolved from a street thug into a calculating operator. But Harlem was changing. Italian mafia families wanted control. They saw Harlem as a gold mine. One name began to rise among them: Lucky Luciano. Unlike others, Luciano understood something important: controlling Harlem without the black gangs was impossible. He chose partnership over war. Bumpy Johnson became his bridge. This alliance shocked the underworld. A black gangster working as an equal with Italian mafia bosses was unheard of. But Bumpy earned respect through discipline, intelligence, and fear. Harlem became his kingdom. Gambling, protection rackets, and later drugs flowed under his watch. Violence existed, but it was controlled. Bumpy believed chaos weakened power. Prison became a constant part of his life. Unlike others, Bumpy treated prison as a pause, not an end. He read, studied philosophy, and planned. Guards knew his name. Inmates feared it. Even behind bars, orders moved. Influence followed him. Then came the attack that would define his legend. Inside prison, a rival group decided Bumpy Johnson was too dangerous to keep alive. They believed killing him quietly would erase his power. One night, they cornered him. Knives flashed. 7 times he was stabbed. Blood covered the floor. Most men would have died in minutes. Bumpy survived. News spread fast. Harlem listened. Rivals waited. They expected immediate revenge. They expected explosions. Instead, there was silence. For days, nothing happened. No shootings. No warnings. That silence made people uneasy. Those who understood Bumpy knew silence meant calculation. When he was released, he didn't return to clubs or corners. He vanished. Those who ordered the attack relaxed. They believed prison had weakened him. Then people started disappearing. Not publicly. Not violently. Quietly. A man didn't show up to work. Another left town suddenly. One was found alive but broken, refusing to speak. The message was clear without being spoken. Bumpy Johnson was not angry. He was precise. Within weeks, the entire network behind the prison attack collapsed. No big shootouts. No headlines. Just absence. Fear settled deeper than chaos ever could. Harlem learned again what power really looked like. Bumpy's reputation grew beyond violence. He was known to help people. He paid rent for families. He protected shop owners from random crime. Mothers felt safe letting children play in his territory. This dual image confused outsiders. Criminal to the law. Protector to his people. But power always attracts attention. The government watched closely. Police raided his operations again and again. Charges stuck. Sentences followed. Each time he returned, his legend grew. Prison did not break him. It reinforced the myth. In the 1960s, a new threat arrived: drugs. Heroin flooded Harlem. Younger gangsters saw fast money. Bumpy saw destruction. He resisted at first, but pressure from Italian partners and the reality of the streets pulled him in. This decision haunted him. Harlem changed. Addiction replaced ambition. Streets grew quieter, but darker. The FBI intensified efforts. They wanted Bumpy gone. Informants appeared. Trust became dangerous. The underworld was no longer about loyalty, it was about survival. Then, in 1968, it ended not with bullets or prison, but with silence. Bumpy Johnson was eating at a Harlem restaurant when he collapsed. A heart attack. No warnings. No drama. The man who survived knives, prisons, and wars died sitting among ordinary people. Harlem mourned. Criminals attended his funeral. So did shop owners, families, and people he once helped. Streets closed. Respect was visible. After his death, Harlem fell into chaos. The balance he maintained vanished. Violence increased. Drugs spread unchecked. Many realized too late that Bumpy's control had kept worse things away. His story became legend. Movies, books, and series tried to capture him, but none fully could. Because Bumpy Johnson was not just a gangster. He was a contradiction. A violent man who read poetry. A criminal who protected his community. A boss who ruled with patience instead of noise. In the underworld, most men burn bright and disappear fast. Bumpy Johnson endured because he understood something others didn't: power isn't about how loud you are. It's about how quiet people become when your name is mentioned. And decades later, Harlem still remembers.